Hey up, everyone, how we doing? You alright? I'm the Autistic Biker. So, I just started putting another video together. They're actually points that I've actually thought of myself. So, basically, just getting straight into it. So, amazing benefits, right? How riding to your place of work, where you work, where you're employed, on a motorcycle, right? Not a car, not any other transport. It's how riding to work, excuse me, on your motorcycle can benefit your company or slash employer that you do actually work for. So it's how choosing to ride a motorcycle to work as opposed to in comparison to with any other vehicle can help aid in support of that company we work for. So a question here for you: are you more employable? So can it also outweigh all the way through the what's the word I'm trying to say? Can it outweigh the ordinarily setbacks? So and are you more employable? So a couple of points to this. Now, me personally, I think you're more likely to get employed, to be employed by a company, business, organisation. I reckon you are. I wouldn't maybe say a lot, but a lot, if so is a bonus, that's great. But I'm saying, just to say the least, I think you would be just that bit more employable. You would have more chance of getting a job, through making it clear to your interviewer who is interviewing you for a job, making it clear to them, that you've got a motorcycle, you'll be riding to, working on a motorcycle. So just getting straight into it. So my first point to why I believe, why you're more employable, why you'd be more of in a more better suited, better aid to a company, is it just reduces congestion. It reduces congestion, for other road users. So me personally, I do believe it is honestly a selfless, thoughtful act for other road users when you choose to ride to work on a motorcycle, because because I believe that you're being very selfless, or you're being the total opposite and far from selfish, really ignorant type. So it is as congestion, because in other words, I've only got to say that that 3-letter word to you: filter. That's it. On a motorcycle, you're able to filter through traffic, which means it eases congestion. Do you know what I mean? So if you think about it as well, right, you're making it quicker for them cars and other vehicles behind you to get to their own destination as well sooner rather than later. Now, the reason why you're doing that and how you're doing that is because it's by not you. The reason for that is because it's by not being one more extra vehicle in front of them other road users, if that makes sense, by taking up an unnecessary space. Because if you think about it, right, cars cannot filter like motorcycles can. So if you've got 3 cars in front of you, right, but let's say as if you've got 8 cars at back of you, right, you're contributing towards a bigger congestion if you don't filter and go right to the front. But what you're doing is you're being very thoughtful and selfless by thinking of other road users, because if you were to do your safety checks, mirror signal, blind spot check manoeuvre, and filter right to front, what you're doing is them 8 cars in front of you, 8 cars behind you, can then move more closer to the front because you've moved out of the space out of the way from 3 cars being in front of you. So them 8 cars behind you, just as a rough example, can meet them 3 cars then in front of them, and you're forever just reducing the queue. So in other words, to an employer, they will see that as you can get to work quicker sooner, so you can have way more better timekeeping than the normal average car vehicle driving folk. Other point is, also as well, it does reduce pressure on parking, right? So if you think how many motorcycles can fit into one full car parking space, right, as opposed to just that one car or one van, right? So at least two motorbikes, we know that, but sometimes maybe even 3, depending on the make, model, engine size, the size, the year, depending on the whole width and length of each one of your bikes. Each one of your bikes. If you're riding to work, if you all work at the same place, riding to work in the morning with each other in a group, great good work colleagues, you know what I mean, riding together. So yeah, it's at least 2, but we know that. But depending on the size of the bike and all that lot, maybe even 3. Do you know what I mean? So now, if MC bays, motorcycle bays, right, are all full with motorcycles already, or there just isn't any MC bays at all whatsoever, right? Another work colleague in a car, right, has to go and park on road. Do you know what I mean? But if you think about it, yeah, another one of your work colleagues has to go and park on road. Do you know what I mean? If you were a car yourself, you have to go and park on road. You know that. But it doesn't have to be that way, because, like I said, doesn't have to be that way at all, because you're parking in that in that car parking space. Do you know what I mean? With another motorcycle work colleague friend, so you're always leaving that one extra room for that other car user as well that's coming into your place of work. Because even if there ain't no MC bays, like I said, motorcycle bays, okay, if you've got now 2 motorcycles, so 2 work colleagues can fit into one parking space, so then if somebody comes along after you in their car, they don't have to go and park on road, because you've moved, you've left that extra remaining space basically, for that car user who's driving to work, same as you and another biker work colleague. So other point is you are just more happier commuter. So this is actually true, this, with what I'm about to mention and say, right? A one-off survey actually showed that this has come from the Office of National Statistics. From Office of National Statistics, a one-off survey showed that it has a great magnificent change / increase to your mood. In other words, your mental health, mentally, psychologically, whilst riding up to, and I've got the facts here as well, up to 30 minutes. Now, and people who have walked, cycled, yeah, that's right, even cycled. Honestly, it's all here. People who have even walked, cycled, or chose public transport, bus, train, tram, whatever, or drove in a car, it's proven that it has honestly had a decline. It's had a decrease in the mood in just 15 minutes in. Not even up to half an hour, but not even half an hour, up to 30 minutes, but in just 15 minutes in. Other point is, so this is last point and all, right? So let's say, for example, right, if in case the car won't start or breaks down for whatever reason, as in, this is your, let's say for example, you're not just only a bike rider, right? You've got a motorcycle at your home, on your front or in your garage or whatever, right? And but also as well, you also do have a car, own a car, it's taxed, insured, MOT'd, everything, yeah, perfect. Also as well, choosing to, having a motorcycle and making this clear as well to your employer as well, that at least you've got that option B to lean back on. You've got that option B, that alternative option to always lean back on, to turn to. That, let's say for example, if in a morning the car won't start for whatever reason, regardless of an irrelevant reason, or if it stops, clunks, breaks down, there's something wrong mechanically with it, make it clear to your employer, whoever's interviewing you, someone from HR, anything, that you've also got a motorcycle as well. You own a motorcycle, tax, insured, MOT'd, all legit, legal, all good, baby. So also you have you have bikers plan B. In other words, I've put here in brackets alternative, which it is. So basically, I would say in my opinion to that, but you might disagree, but so it's like doubling the amount of trustworthy, and it's doubling the amount of extra reliability to an employer. It's giving them that extra or that double or that additional peace of mind and that confidence in you for that much more better, reliable, loyal timekeeping, to not let them down, to not turn up late. So, and like I said as well, mention as well, filtering, you're able to filter as well. Having a motorcycle means you're able to filter, unlike a car can't, and just mention filtering, which means you can get to it quicker, which to an employer, they see that as, like I said, it's better timekeeping. You're a lot more likely to suit and adhere, aren't you, if you think about it, adhere and to suit to an employer's needs, wants, demands, expectations. You're a lot more likely to aid, in much more better suited aid that company. So also as well, it's also good to mention as well the actual psychological, the mental health benefit as well. Just say you're more refreshed and alert for work in the morning, because you've got that fresh air blasting up through your nostrils, your nasal passages into your lungs, right into your face. So you're a lot more refreshed and alert, which basically means to an employer, the way that an employer or your interviewer, a business company will see that what you're saying is, they will see that as it means you're less likely to mess up with errors and accidents. Now, there's no guarantees in life. I'm not saying you're going to be programmed and functioned like a robot to never make a mistake. I'm only saying, to say the least, for whenever you're turning up refreshed and energised, I'm only saying, to say the least, you are just less likely to mess up with errors and accidents, that's all. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I really do hope that helps. I'm the Autistic Biker, Nick from Sheffield. So please, if you do like just anything or something about the content material of this, my channel, all of the topics material that I talk about, just feel free to just at least consider just hitting that subscribe button, and maybe even as a bonus as well, hitting that notification bell. Every time I upload a video, you'll get a new, you'll get an automatic notification. But if not, no problem. I really do appreciate your viewership and just you dedicating your time just to give me that, and even give yourself as well. It's not just about me, but all this channel is really designed specifically, purposely for is to help. It's to really better aid and help you, to make you think about things in an open context, in a different frame of mind, a different light. So I hope it does. If not, it doesn't, no problem. But there we go. So going on to 15 minutes now, this video, so I'll just end it there. So much love, peace and respect to you all. Remember, if you are riding, please ride safe. Watch out for them other idiots on the road, okay? Alright. Right, see you later. Bye bye, take care.